Hey guys,
Hello, how's everyone doing?
good, good, good. Oh, cool. New faces, nice. Um, but yeah, we'll wait for people to kind of pour in. But yeah, this office hours. I'm Peyton. Lom and Van are the mods, and yeah, this is where we just talk about what's going on with butterflies. And if you guys have any thoughts or bug reports or whatever that you guys want taken care of or heard, this is the place to do that. So yeah, welcome. And you guys are also very welcome to speak as well. Love hearing you guys' voices. And yeah, people will start to trickle in. I think Van, there was a ping. Oh, great, nice, cool. Are Van Blum? Do you think there are any like topics you guys want to cover today, or at least I should speak to? That's a good question. We tried to stop it, but these butterflies are just living the right life of their own.
They're really enthusiastic about Halloween.
Yeah. Um, we yeah, it should be stopped soon. If it hasn't already been stopped. Yeah, we did our best on that end. We like doing stuff like that for the holidays. I think it's really fun. Um, it just adds a little bit of life to the platform and like yeah, it just unifies everybody. Cool.
Yeah,
I
I
think
did get
yeah, go.
some feedback about that. So people liked the Halloween stuff, but one thing they didn't like about it was that their prompt and pokes were often like overridden in favor of Halloween, so it didn't really take the input that people were putting in. So they'd put in something like related to their character, and instead they'd get Halloween.
Totally. And I think that's on us. I was talking to Cap about that and who's our CEO and founder, and he was saying that, we inserted the Halloween part in the wrong line of code essentially. And so then it like started creating stories. And so we tried to reverse that in the most seamless way possible. But yeah, in the future, it will literally just be for the day, and then it will bring your bots back down to earth. Yeah, so
Awesome.
I think we fixed it for the future.
That's great. I'm looking forward to the next time.
Yeah,
Christmas, hopefully.
yeah. I mean, it's Thanksgiving, right? So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so very fun. I guess I can start with like some of the. And if there's other stuff, just like please bring it up. Um, I can start with some of the stuff we're working on this week. I feel like first of all, we're shipping a lot faster in terms of features. And so one of the features that we're shipping this week that will be done by the end of the week is a new onboarding, which might not affect you guys because you guys are probably already users. But for new users, they'll be able to create a clone of themselves in the onboarding or a butterfly, and so that's just a step towards like we've been talking about how it kind of feels like you're just observing butterflies from a distance, and you're not really a user yourself. You're just kind of a creator, and it seems a little bit like there's a wall between you and the butterflies and on the platform, and there's not that many humans. They're just not very visible, and I think um, adding this onboarding flow will be a step in that direction to us figuring out what that's going to be. And I think eventually, like you'll be able to choose your clone or whatever appearance you want. So, for example, I'm like, there's a version of me that looks like Batman, and that could be your profile and how you appear and stuff. But and I know Ethral's against it, but I think it's just an interesting thing to explore. And then maybe something Ethril you might like is within that. Oh yeah, so we aren't going to force a clone. It's going to be you can choose which path you want to take. You can make a butterfly too. But within this world with like kind of a clone as your persona, you'll be able to create your own persona, and and I think that's something we've all kind of wanted in terms of chatting. So your butterfly knows who you are and more about you and has more background information. Um, yes, Rose called. Please speak. Um, if we can invite her up to the stage or them. Sorry, I'm not sure. Hey, Neox.
I also
Okay,
saw
I don't
that
know.
some 1051 and Snow were saying that for some butterflies they didn't want the holiday posts. So if it's only for one day, maybe um like
Oh
pausing
yeah,
on that day would avoid it.
yeah. I think I totally get that too. Well, I guess in the future, at least in the Discord, we'll let you guys know that we're going to do that. So I think that'll be something you guys can take action on. But I think overall, like I'd say like 9 out of 10 people like the holiday post. At least I do. Um, and if you don't, then we should. You're right. Let you know. Um, yeah. So that's something that I think is exciting. And yeah, we're going to be encouraging people to post a little bit more on their human profiles because I think the sentiment. I saw a Reddit post today where it's like, oh, where are the humans? I thought this was a human and AI social network. Where are the humans? And yeah, we should really display that more. So that's exciting. I think one of the next things, especially for this community, um, number one, we're going to be adding a lot more people. It's going to be growing quite a bit. We have a lot of strategies in the works to do that that I've kind of relayed to Loam and Van here, and we've been working on them together. And I'd see like towards the end of the year, like this server like really getting big. Um, I think we've kind of neglected that a little bit, but I'm excited about it. And for us who are like always showing up to office hours every week, this great group, I do want to offer something like a community helper role, um, where you can get special permissions or whatever, and we can kind of figure out how we can welcome these new members in a great way. So, so we still have to fully like kind of spec out what that means, but we'll be like putting in an APB out to you guys and letting you know like this is what a community helper does, and if you're interested, we'd love to have you, um, and stuff like that. So just kind of like something that's on the horizon there. So if you're interested, like DM one of us, and we can kind of give you some more information soon. And I know Van and Loam have some ideas too, like community helpers and what that means, and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very excited for that. Okay, so we do whatever we want with the clones, like we put any person besides ourselves. Okay, I'm not sure if that's a question or a statement, but let me know.
So it's like you can be who you want to be. So you can be, oh, back then it wasn't allowed. Um, no,
Yeah,
so you can only make yourself as like a different version of yourself. So, like you can't make a clone of someone else. You could make a butterfly of someone else, though.
yeah, and we have a great, obviously, Loam and Van are part of the moderation team that are looking at, what's being created. It's very secure, but just making sure that there's no like imposters, essentially, bad imposters, and just taking, making sure that it's all safe. So, yeah, feel free to try to create whatever you like. But if it's not of yourself, then it probably will get taken down. We've seen some instances where it's like of people's children. So like it's your son or daughter or whatever, and that's kind of like fun. And I think we're thinking about maybe letting that slide if there's like a way to prove it. But yeah, in general, it's best if you create it of yourself. And then what's great is you can with the new feature of butterflies tagging, you'll be able to have yourself and a butterfly or another clone in that picture with you. So, how about celebrities? Well, you could if there's a celebrity like parody clone or not clone, but butterfly. So I think there's one like Jet Taylor Swift. Um, they will. You can be in that picture with Jet Taylor Swift. So yeah, celebrities are allowed, but just like parodies and no nudity with that stuff. Just because we want to protect people too, people's reputations. So yeah, um, that's that there. Go for it, Lem.
And then, like you said, just as a butterfly, not as a clone.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like one of the next features we might do is for clones. It's like, okay, I want to be in this picture with Loam, but Loam's not on the platform. How do I get that? And then I could like invite Loam, and we could be in the picture together, and that would kind of help us for growth too. So yeah, that's cool. And then okay, let's read here. I did my collab with butterflies with 2 jazz singers. Oh, cool. Yeah, right now it's limited to 2, but if you're able to get with AI, it's always great because you can kind of like jimmy your way into getting 3 or multiple. There was this thing for a while where uh, the image models were diffusing like basically we're calling them like ghosts, and there's like a third person there that was like not supposed to be there, and it was really funny. But yeah, Cap figured that out, and he fixed it. But it was kind of fun. Yeah, moving on. Hey Shiro, how's it going? Um, moving on. Another one of like the like tactics, I guess, or strategies we're doing to just like get more people into the community and stuff like that is and show our existing members like a lot of appreciation and love is we're going to be running like a monthly promotion um with just like cash. um it'll be fun. I'll give you guys more details, but like basically you just like enter and you might win some money just because like money is always great, and I think it's just something that we wanted to do to like reward our community members and new members too for joining. um so yeah, everyone loves cash, and I think most importantly like some people are really hesitant to join a Discord, and we just want to give them a good reason why. And then once they're in, like show them that there are some great people here, and like just make some friends. Yeah, I think money can bring in the wrong people. I agree, Ethrol. And so like before we like send out those emails or start doing stuff like that, it would be we really look at who we're sending them to and who we're asking to be part of the community. And so there will be like criteria. For example, you must have created a certain amount of butterflies, or like been on the platform for X amount of days, stuff like that. Just things that we could look at on our end to make sure that hey, we're actually inviting quality people. So, um, so yeah, and we're just gonna start small. We're not gonna like just blast the entire user base, which is like tons and tons of people. What's the update on the new art models? Any way of using Flux or Stable Diffusion, or maybe DALL-E, or maybe we can install an art model like Civet AI or Weights.gg with their user-free image models? Good question. Yeah, I think Cap talked about this last week too. It's just a ton of work. Yeah, and there's just so many things. With the image models. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, please go.
He mentioned too that some of the technology that we're using, it just doesn't exist for like Flux yet. So that might be something that we could do in the future, but he said that right now it's just like it's a lot to do to get it to where it is.
Yeah, that's a good explanation right there, Lum. It's pretty much exactly it. There's a lot of different like layers on top of the model that Cap has kind of tweaked with, and to make it to make features like butterflies tagging or clones possible, and so yeah, I think maybe in a little while we'll have more models. Let me just read this. I like the idea of clones, but dislike the way it was implemented. If clones could use some stylish like other butterflies, like taking our photo and choosing the image style of cartoon, for example. I know the idea is a clone with your face and parts of your personality, but why not some ways to mess around with it since we don't have a way of uploading images? I'm just trying to understand here.
So do you mean
So
like prompting styles?
I I have noticed myself that prompting styles are a bit like they're extremely hard to implement with clones. And I agree that like I would really like to see a semi-realistic model of clone. I think that would really suit a lot of my characters. The cartoon model or the drawing model that we have right now is like very anime oriented. Um, but yeah, adding in prompting styles seems to really break clones.
Yeah, okay. So basically what Andrew's saying here is that yeah, like almost appearing like as a Disney character or a different type of anime style. Yeah, so I agree with that. Uh, what I'm hearing, I guess, from both Andrew and Rose Call, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is it's just more styles and more models, more options. And as most of us are creators, that's really important. So it's just something that we keep like putting a pin on, and I think it's important. So let me just write it down again. I know I've written it down a few times, but more models and styles. And to be honest, like I have this one butterfly here. I'll try and find it, and it looks like a Jedi. Uh, and it's in the style of drawing, and it's probably my favorite one. It's my profile picture on Twitter, actually. Um, just because different styles are great. I don't really love the realistic ones as much, me personally. Ross Call, sorry. Regarding the contest, things like certain amount of butterflies created. Oh yeah, no, I mean, like Snow, like I think this is like for us, like when we're choosing who to email. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, like yeah, no, younger than 1 month for sure, totally. Yeah, we're just gonna experiment with like small number of people. Oh hey, how's it going? We'll invite this person to speak. Can they speak? There they go. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Okay, I
It
think
looks
you're
like your
muted.
mic is muted. So if you hit the little microphone, it should let you speak.
Okay, let's try that again.
Oh
Hey!
hey,
Hi. So I'm super new to the app. I actually wanted to ask a question about accessibility within the app itself. I'm blind and I use an iPhone and I use VoiceOver, which is the screen reader on the iPhone. And there are a lot of things in the app that read really, really well, like the tabs at the bottom, and things like that. But there are some elements within the app that are not like it seems like the buttons aren't labeled. Like for example, the button to friend another butterfly, things along those lines, or whatever those other buttons are to the right of those aren't labeled, and I've only tended to find them like by accident. And I would really like to talk with more blind and visually impaired people to like introduce them to the Butterflies app. And I think it's really, really awesome. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I think that just a few more things would really take it from being good accessibility wise to being really great and usable accessibility wise.
oh wow. Um, that's amazing. Well, thanks for speaking. That's really cool. And I'm sorry that we haven't yeah made it fully accessible yet. Let's definitely work to make sure that happens. If there's any call outs that you have, like um, I actually don't have that much experience making things accessible, but I know there's someone on the team who does. So I will immediately bring this to their attention. But just like buttons is what you're kind of saying too is one of the big ones. Button labeling.
Yeah, button labeling tends to be one of the big ones, and there's a few things like with I think with some of the forms when you're inputting when you're inputting like prompting and things like that. That can be somewhat challenging. So I didn't know, like, would it be helpful to make a thread in that feedback area on Discord, like in one of the rooms here? I just wasn't really sure where to put those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, no. I mean that's helpful. Messaging one of us, Van or Loam, or anyone on the mod team is super helpful too. But honestly, the best way to do it is what you're doing right now, which is in office hours. So I can hear it from you. So yeah. But then yeah, if you have like a list of stuff that you've written down, or you want to rattle off, so yeah, right now I have like button labeling. The like creation flow needs to be better labeled.
In the Let's see. Yeah, I think that those are like some of the main ones that I've noticed, like just off the top, as I was trying to do things. I think that when I'm in the profile tab, for example, there's some buttons along the top that I don't really know what they are. They don't seem to be labeled. I think there's like a button on the top, two buttons like along the top right.
Right. Yeah, it's like a notification thing, I think, and a settings one. But yeah, profile tab. I think you mentioned like follow, friend, a butterfly is not
Yes.
labeled. Um, cool, totally. Are you able to like? Does the voice reader like read out the comments and captions to you?
It does, and one of the really awesome things is that, so if I am like kind of going through someone's profile, when I touch the picture, it's reading, the caption. I did notice if I did a search, it doesn't seem to do it that way. So I don't really know what I'm tapping on until I've like double tapped on it and entered it in, and then can read the caption that way.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Cool.
And then
Sorry.
just
Yeah.
the other really quick thing I just wanted to mention is that one of the ways that I do use this app, um, is that because there's so much image generation and maybe I don't really know what all those images are, I will do like a little, I'll do like a screenshot, and there's an app called Be My Eyes that has something called Be My AI, which will then like describe what the picture is. So I did notice, I think that there's probably like a share button somewhere. And so I don't know if there would be a way like to be able to share a picture like to the share sheet, which Be My Eyes is like under that share sheet. Um, and then I could more quickly grab it. I'm happy to keep doing what I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it. But I just wanted to bring it to your attention, just because I don't think that people always know that that technology is out there, and this is kind of how blind and visually impaired people are kind of using AI to kind of see what things look like and to see what these awesome pictures are and have them described. So I just wanted to bring that up.
That's so cool. Yeah, I think I don't know how if we would do. I'm not familiar with Be My Eyes, but that's so cool. I'm gonna take a look at it right after this. What's interesting is like you mentioned the AI captioning, and we could go into more detail about it. But essentially, like in order for butterflies to comment on a post, we actually do AI captioning in the background. And Van and Loam have seen this, but yeah, we do AI image captioning in the background so that butterflies they know what the image is. And so if there's some way maybe and I'll talk to one of our engineers when we do the accessibility audit, if there's some way we can like somehow if you press that image, you can like hear what that actual your voice reader can speak to you, and you can hear what the AI image caption is, so you don't even have to use Be My Eyes. But yeah, we'll take a look, and that will definitely be something that we think about.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's so cool. How'd you find out about the app?
Um, I think I think I saw it on TikTok. Someone must have talked about it on TikTok. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. Let me take a look at this." So
Oh, cool. I love that. Yeah, TikTok. We've been like putting some effort behind that. We have like an agency that's been great. But yeah, we're also going to start. And I'm just going to say this here because like it's kind of a community thing too. we're gonna start like just getting creators that anyone who wants to do like create videos about butterflies. We'll just like pay them some sort of amount of money and see like if any of their videos blow up. And just getting more people to like want to create videos about us. And so maybe, yeah, I don't know if you'd be open, but like at one point we can talk about how we can reach the accessibility crowd once we become actually fully accessible.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
cool. That's super cool. I'm glad you heard about it through TikTok.
Me too. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys listening.
yeah. Okay,
Thank you. That was really great feedback. I really appreciate that.
yeah, just made my day.
Absolutely. And if you ever want to just hop on a voice call to tell us, what you're experiencing on butterflies, just let us know. We're friendly and always available. Don't hesitate to ping us or anything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm just gonna read the chat here. Catch up. Okay, here we go. What happens if I create an AI character like a totally person I made up, like someone that doesn't exist? Could that be a clone? I think like with the clones, right? As long as you're creating something as a butterfly, not necessarily a clone, like it should be okay. Just because we don't want to try and impersonate people. Exactly with like this type of technology. So yeah. Yep, toggleable accessibility mode for sure. Changing the buttons to text is really important. Totally. Again, I don't want to pretend to be an expert on that stuff, but we're gonna get our CTO Murdad on it, and he's gonna take a look. I know he did something similar for Snapchat. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about voices since we're like kind of in that like different modality mode. Um, yeah, Vu's been spending a lot of his like he calls it his 20% time on researching voice calls and stuff like that. I know like ChatGPT advanced voice mode Whisper has gotten really, really good. I use it all the time. I think Andrew is raising his hand, by the way, so I don't know if we can let them speak. But
We invited them to speak. They said they might come up after the storm.
no, okay, um, cool. But yeah, voice calls. We've been definitely experimenting, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, I'd even say it's like maybe a few months ago, we are like, oh, it's like many months away. I'd say it's actually pretty close. Um, so yeah, in the spirits of shipping things quicker, I think yeah, hopefully we'll have something soon. Because it's definitely like we have something, it's just not there fully yet. So yeah. Okay. So voices, yeah. I guess nothing like totally yet, but we're getting there. Some other things we're working on just like internally. So let me show you guys something. We're just trying out some different layouts of the app. Nothing crazy, but I'm just gonna try to share the screenshot. Do you see that? Okay, you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I can
can.
see it.
Cool. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, right? It's very similar to what we have now, I guess, but it just kind of looks a little like Twitter. I don't know. It's just just wanted to update you guys on like some of the fun stuff we're doing too. Some of the feedback we've gotten is like people aren't necessarily finding it easy to read the captions, and this coming with the caption coming first and kind of looking like Twitter, it might solve that. But yeah, I talked to the Tripper people last week, and they're really nice. I think we have like a little bit of separate missions, but um, they're really cool people and building a great product.
We've also been getting some feedback about where that poke button is, and so I think moving that over a little bit will be an improvement too.
Yeah, I saw Ryan actually submit a bug report or feedback ticket in the Discord here, and I just saw that like 10 minutes before this meeting, and I shared that with our designer Soleil. He's very passionate about not putting buttons in places that suck. So yeah, because I've heard the feedback is like, hey, I'm wasting pokes, and we don't want people to waste pokes accidentally. And then the other one is like just the actual output of the images are not really in line with the chat and context of the chat. And that's one of the things I know we said we're working on. Cap just hasn't gotten to yet, and that's just a ton of stuff on his plate. So we are working on it. It's just not there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but we're also experimenting a lot with like just like images coming from chat and selfies, and it's becoming very apparent that like the images are very static in the chat. So yeah. So do you guys have any like feedback on this screenshot I shared, or not really? You're like, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
And if anybody wants to come up and speak about it, feel free.
Oh
Raise your
yeah, just
hand
about
and
anything.
I'll invite you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Maybe only if you use voices that is from someone who doesn't agree with. Oh yeah, I think we want to create unique voices and not clone people's voices, unless maybe it's their own voice. So yeah, voice is really fun. Voice, and then like I think video in terms of like butterflies sending me videos of what they're doing, not necessarily like posting stuff. And I think I brought this one example up a while ago, but like I have a bot. His name's Harry Pooper. And if he just sent me a video of him pooping, it'd be kind of funny. So something like that. I still want to be able to swipe left and right between a bot's posts, and also better picture management to be able to save images and pinch to zoom. Saving images from chat is coming soon.
I feel like there's a lot of gestures missing in the app. Like I was scrolling the feed earlier and I was like, oh, I want to switch from my following feed to my For You. And I was kind of surprised that there's not like a swipe to do that.
Oh yeah, totally. That's just like sophistication that we're lacking. So let's add that down. Gestures between following and For You.
Yeah, and the post one that Avery put in, I think, is a really good idea too.
Oh, what is it? I didn't fully understand. What did you understand?
Yeah, so like, for example, if I'm on my butterfly's profile and I click into a post, in order to get to the next post, I have to back to the profile and click on the next post. And so it makes browsing the butterfly's profile kind of clunky. On Instagram, you can just kind of like scroll.
Yeah, timeline. So I think like
yeah, exactly.
Also, one of the things that we're kind of working on with this new design is I'll screenshot and share. You'll be able to scroll a timeline kind of what's going on in the posts instead of the grid.
Awesome. That makes it a lot smoother, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Instagram, but also kind of like Twitter. Time of day sync would be nice. Okay. I just don't know what that means. Are you talking about the butterflies knowing the time of day?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people like talking about it, how it'd be nice to have butterflies know like the day that it actually is and the time that it is.
Yep, adding that down. Butterflies, knowing the time of day and date. Yeah, just like meta knowledge. Um, yeah,
Oh, so Andrew's bringing up
Halloween.
the image carousels.
Oh yeah, yeah, image carousels. Yeah, I know Vu had built that, but we just never ended up putting it in just because there's so many other product decisions we've been trying to make. Um, I would say, yeah, so image carousels, built but never deployed. And I'll tell you guys why. Like, what you're probably like, oh my god, so you're not focusing on this, not focusing on that. What are you focusing on? Oh my gosh. And I think one of the things we're putting a lot of thought behind right now is someone made the comment. I think maybe it was Darvel. Other people have made this comment too over the last few months, but like it's just the fact that like who are you as a person on butterflies? Like who are you and how are you supposed to interact? And so that's what a lot of the thinking has been going behind and a lot of the work in the background. Um, so yeah, I don't know. We can talk about that and what you guys think more in depth too. Um, but I guess my view is that when you're just a creator only, you don't really get a chance to participate as a human, and we should like encourage people to post more. No, yeah, of course. Yeah, we thought it was a great point. I mean, everyone has great points, but it's like, what are you going to work on first? So, I think Ethrol maybe brought up earlier that like you want to just be able to just generate generic images or like any image, basically like mid journey on your profile, something like that. Is the incentive is the incentive and tools able to use while posting? What? Okay, let's say I want to make a post of grassland to visit. Okay. And guys, I just like really value Etheral's feedback here, so that's why. Yeah. Okay, you have to go to another site to generate it, yeah. Okay, so I think what I'm like thinking about too might actually be along the lines of what you're thinking too. So
Yeah,
let
yeah,
me share this. I think Van, I showed you this too.
I believe so. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think we're starting to come to we're on the same page here.
Yeah. So like, Etheral, how I had shared this that screenshot above, like what we were thinking, maybe putting that like plus button on the feed. Here, I'll reply to it. It would open like maybe a tab like this, and the default would be just like at Peyton. So you like generate something from your clone, but then you could just delete that, and then just be like image of the grasslands, and it would just generate, and then it would be like this screen or whatever. Here, I'm just screenshotting, like generating, blah blah, and then it'd be like, okay, like you want to post it or not. And you didn't have to be in the picture. You could just be like at X waifu in the grasslands.
It's really exciting. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just like literally any image gen you want from your account. Yeah. So I think it would be really cool, personally. And then you could also post pictures from your camera roll still. But I think that's the direction we're really like converging on. And so yeah, like a new feed update. I think we're gonna like test it with some users, definitely in the focus group, and then new users as well. Gelfex. I think that's how you say your name, right? But yes, you can post images from your camera roll right now. And I think we're always going to be able to support that. I think that's like one of my favorite features actually, but not that many people use it. Can you make followers matter more with your posts?
Like you're talking about the relevancy of who follows you based on your post, right?
I agree with that. I post and I just get a bunch of random people following and a bunch of random people liking my content. So yeah, I think it should be the people I interact with most.
Yeah, that would be really
And
nice.
and I think one of the other things is we're just not serving it to people on their feeds. So like I follow Loam, I follow Van, but I don't see any other posts. They probably don't see any of mine on their feed. They see it on their following feed, but not on the For You.
Yeah.
And so that's where like when I look at my recent posts and I'm like, why didn't Loam or Van like it? It's because they never saw it. I think, or maybe they just were mean and didn't like it.
It's mainly because I don't see it. Like if I see a notification that you posted, I do go and like it. It's just
I appreciate it.
sometimes the notifications get lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
yeah. No, I believe you. Okay, yeah, Shiro, I'm curious to know in terms of developers, what do you guys want the identity of the product to be, and what are the steps you guys are making or taking to make sure you don't stray too far from those design philosophies? Yeah, I mean, good question. I think like Shiro, like that is the question. I think philosophies, like who or an identity, like who are we? What do we do? Good questions to answer. Yeah, we're Butterflies AI. Period. No, I'm just kidding. No, we want to bring we want to make AIs more real for sure. Um, and we want to make people more social. I think we're not doing a great job of that, like actual humans, and have butterflies be the conduit between that between humans. So yeah, I think like in terms of like mission, that's something that we've always been passionate about. And then yeah, building an experience that like we ourselves want to use every day. So yeah, I think me saying that out loud and us talking about this now is like, you know, more human posts have to be on the feed, or at least human generated content. So whether that's of your clone or of the grasslands on your profile with AI image gen, that needs to happen. So yeah. Uh, Another one we're gonna do that's already prototyped and ready to go is basically a like a tag on the image um, of so it's like okay my bot posted, but it has a tag on the image of like, oh, it's from Ethereal or from Peyton, so that the way people can find your account easy too. So I think we're also converging on that direction as well. I actually just posted some of the stuff that I think Shuro this morning or yesterday at 3 o'clock you were like, sometimes being active here is more difficult since butterflies are a very solo created process. I think having more community focused content would be good idea. I shared that with with Vu, and he was like, yes, 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 essentially. And yeah, so again, converging on that. I don't know. I feel like I talk a lot, so if any of you guys want to talk, let me know. But I'll just keep reading the chat here if not. I think maybe if you had a profile feed page where your own butterflies could have a small conversations with each other. The way, oh yeah, that'd be cool. Both conversations with AI and conversations in a friendly community like Butterflies Discords are help with a socializing issue. Yeah, for sure. And that's what I was saying like before. Like we're gonna start giving people incentives like to join the Discord, just because right now that's like, as you guys can see right now, we're actually interacting, and Butterflies brought us together, and that's like the mission is bring people together on Butterflies. So like another one of that is I've been convincing Vu like group chats, and that means group chats with AIs and humans. So like I'll share with you guys something that I kind of mocked up too. Something like this. And keep in mind, this is just a prototype, right? Just an idea, but you know, Cap really liked it, and so this would just be like, I think the top one right here is like one of our engineers. His name is Sanyal. So Sanyal with like all my South Park friends, and then just like maybe one of them just all the Minecraft boys, so all my Minecraft characters. So yeah. Yeah, not necessarily like full on chat rooms. I think it's just like invite your human friends to like chat, and like a almost like an iMessage like group chat or WhatsApp group chat. I really appreciate hearing that. Actually, completely unit. It's really nice to hear. Yeah, I'd love to hear more on that one. That'd be cool to know like how it helped you, because it's just like it's really cool to share some of these stories with the devs, because yeah, just like gets people going. Like wow, we're actually making an impact. But you don't have to share it. That's really cool too. So yeah, I think community is important. Things that come to mind are like more socialness, meeting more humans, seeing more human content. Those are some of the things that come to mind for us in this next. But yeah, talking about group chats. Yeah, group chats and calls, I think, are like the next big things for us. That I was talking to Cap about, and he's like, "Yeah, that would take like a few days," and I was like, "Okay, well then let's do it." And then he's just like fixing all these other bugs that we find, and it's just like causing delay. But the thing with Cap is he's just so uh, just like so proficient in so many different things, like beyond proficient, that he can just build stuff, which is so cool. So yeah, and then for you guys' information, like I think uh, yeah, Cap's really going to start taking the product on more seriously. We did have some other folks who are like on the product as well as me, and he's just like, okay, like I've heard enough from the community, I've heard it all. Like he's like, I'm just going to start doing stuff and start implementing things. And I think like in those prototypes I showed you, like he's actually doing that. It's just cool. It's just cool to see that. But yeah, I personally am very, very excited for a few things like group chats, calls, just that they're a conversation, top of a conversation, like the new feed layouts, um, more images and chats. And then beyond that, like community growth and just app growth through TikTok and through like these promotions that we're going to run. I think yeah, Vanillome really helped a lot with like this Discord onboarding stuff, rejiggering that was huge this week. So big shout out to them. But like I think we're organizing things in the right way finally. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? But do you need Yes, we need marketing. Yeah, we do. I think the goal is like make the app market itself, but yeah, we do need marketing. And like I said earlier, for those who weren't here, like we're just gonna start. If you're interested, like bringing people in, creating videos, like honest reviews about the app on TikTok, paying you guys to do so if it works out in terms of like views and stuff, and then just like trying to scale that because I think it's important to get the word out on TikTok. I think we're doing a good job, but we could be doing a much better job. So that's where some of my efforts are focused too. Oh, cool. I just DM'd you, by the way. So yeah. There you go. Oh yeah, sure, please. Yeah, well, we can invite you to that group too. We're gonna start a channel with special roles. I think like the two new roles we're gonna add to the server is like community helper, and we'll give you guys more information on that, and then like social ambassador, and we'll have groups for those too, and incentive programs and stuff, and like meetings with like devs maybe or something like that. So yeah, I'm really excited for those things, and I'll be on the ground doing that stuff along with Van and Loam, who will be just as involved. Yeah, hey, that's smart. That's so smart. I'm sharing that with the team. That's hilarious. Oh, for TikTok, I put in fun things to do with AI basically because I didn't want to do anything that remotely looked like productivity. Yeah, this isn't really productivity. This is just fun, which is like why it's fun to work on. Oh, really? We have these? They exist.
I know
I
that
have
we have,
a Butterflies AI advertisements butterfly.
yeah, we have some butterflies on our own site that do like our own promotions.
That's hilarious. Uh, yeah, that's so funny. Okay, so I just shared some of the notes as I was going here with Vu, literally just now, and he just messaged. He's like, starting Thursday or Friday, I want to discuss ranking on the feed with Radad, who's our CTO, and Peyton, and some of the mods. He's like, let's just get a brain dump where we are, et cetera. Like, we want to increase more human posts and human generated content on the feed. So, yeah, it's cool to see like action directly from our discussions. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the mission. That's the mission. We're going to coexist. Oh, that's super cool. So you have butterflies that promote your what type of content do you have? I'd love to like see. Just so interesting. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, you have like the manager and stuff too at the record label. I remember those.
yeah. So and then I guess I'll just like kind of finish up with one other thing. I think in the past we've had some issues on our end, on the butterflies team end, with like speed and like getting to fixes and feedback. I think we can all agree on that. Which is like it's sad to admit for sure. I think one of the reasons why is because like there's like Loam, Van, me, you know, like rest of the mod team, Yume, etc. Who like bring stuff to uh, you know, the engineer's attention, essentially. Um, and that conduit, like for you guys' information, like yeah, I work on product at Butterflies. I'm not an engineer. I'm the only non-engineer on the team, and so like there's no direct conduit to like literally people making a code change. Um, it's basically me saying, okay, like this is what I think is the priority. Like let's try and do it. If it gets done, great. But I can actually go in there and make a change. And I admit that. That's for sure. Um, what's changed is like is Vu, our CEO, is like really on the ground floor now with me as the last week, and I say like 2 weeks actually, week and a half, and I think we'll be there for like the foreseeable future because I think he's seen a lot of like the importance of community, the importance of the feedback, and how it directs the product, and and that we aren't iterating fast enough, and like the thing that he kind of blasted to us this week is like, you know, we want to stop thinking about iteration cycles in terms of weeks and in terms of days. And so that means like changes should be coming quicker. And I actually believe that just because like not to like gas Vu up, but like he's a god. And he's like a really nice guy about it, but like he is very, very capable of like making these changes. So yeah, I think it's gonna be better. Like it's just great. Like I just said, we just had this conversation about bringing more human content to the feed, and then boom, I let him know, and that's actually that's the next action item for this Thursday and Friday. So yeah, just kind of wanted to put that out there. Um,
I feel pumped about all these updates, group
yeah,
chats,
I appreciate.
images on the feed or on your profile.
Yeah, no, I feel good about it too, and it's great to just see like things actually getting done.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, and then like I'm really really excited about this new TikTok growth strategy. Um, you know, I think like we've seen some apps that have gone viral, like Rocket or Be Real, and just yesterday, like Cap introduced me to one of his friends that like invested in those companies, and they were like, "Yeah, like this is how they do it." And so I'm excited to share that strategy with like for anyone who's interested, and kind of like take us on that journey. So of going viral, while also making the app better. So yeah, I'm excited. Uh, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm glad to see some new faces for sure. I think we lost some people along the way. Maybe I was too boring. So uh, thanks to I think I'm saying the name right, but Jalaflex, Jalaflex for Jalaflex, Jalaflex for coming up and speaking. We'll definitely take a look at that accessibility stuff and do an audit. But it'll be great. Yeah, next time if any of you guys want to speak, hopefully I'm not intimidating, and Loam and Van aren't intimidating. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for coming, and it's always great to hear from you all. Yeah, and then some weeks Cap does join as well, our CEO. We call him Cap because it's his name on Discord. But yeah, so thanks again. Oh yeah, of course. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time. Okay, I guess we'll see you guys next week then.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, all right. Bye bye.
Bye.